Good evening. Welcome to Two-A-Day on your Packer Link Up. Today is Saturday, August 8th, and you're watching the 10 o'clock edition. Our top story tonight will focus on something a little out of the ordinary. The long snapper position for the Packers is now going to be taken by J.J. Jansen. He is replacing Rob Davis, long snapper for the Packers for 13 years. It's an important position, one that goes largely unheralded. But to have that long snapper in place, he works with the kicker and the holder to make sure that our field goals go off the way they're supposed to, and our punts as well. So, with John Ryan as the holder for field goals, he said that Jansen does a great job. His accuracy is good. He's always right in there. In fact, he says sometimes he's got to tell him to take a little bit off it because the guy can really snap that ball in there. In under a second, about 0.8 seconds is where the coaches like to see it, and he's getting it right in that slot, sometimes giving it a little too much spice for Ryan. But it's good to see, after having someone solidly in that position for so long, that we have someone, a rookie that's coming in, young kid, 22 years old, who could very well be at that position for many, many years to come. So, one important spot, and often unheralded, on our team. It's that whole kicking unit to make sure the snap gets there, the hold gets down, and the kick gets away. We actually saw last season a few snaps that went a little bit awry. Whether that was the snapper or the holder or the kicker, I can't say and recall off the top of my head. But it'll be interesting to watch in the Cincinnati game for J.J. Jansen to get out on the field, snap the ball for the first time as a Packer against an opponent, and he's apparently used to the pressure. Played for Notre Dame, graduated from there, and I believe he snapped for them for 3 years. Three of his 32 games of his 4 years in college. So he's done it and is used to the game environment, and we just congratulations to JJ and hope it works out well and we have a great field goal unit in that regard. Other news, Aaron Rodgers fired his agent. So Rodgers was asked about it on Packers.com, and he did confirm that, yes, he's fired his agent. Wouldn't say why, said that was more of a personal thing. But his agent was Mike Sullivan, and he hasn't said that he's gotten anyone to replace him yet. So Aaron Rodgers and any agents out there, Aaron Rodgers is available, so you can pick him up. He's going to be negotiating what hopefully after a successful season will be a large and lucrative contract coming up. So, also, in case you wanted to know, now that Brett Favre is a Jet, someone had to replace him on the Packers squad. Who would that be? Well, that person is cornerback Scorpio Babers. So, if you were all out there wondering where Scorpio Babers had gone after Miami had cut him, well, he came to the Packers and signed with us, and he has replaced the roster spot that was taken by Brett Favre. Several Saturday afternoon and evening games going on, preseason NFL football. The Buffalo Bills taking on the Redskins. I came down just shortly after that one was done, and the Redskins come out on top of the Buffalo Bills by a score of 17-14. Redskins look like a good team. Got a lot of weapons. They seem to run the ball very well. The passing game was good, very well balanced, and tough on defense as well. So Redskins may be a force to be dealt with. Maybe some of those draft picks they've given up and veteran players and free agents they've brought in, Jason Taylor, of course, being the biggest acquisition this offseason, start to pan out and give them some success, because they did look tough tonight. With a minute 36 in the fourth quarter, it was the Buccaneers 17 and the Dolphins 6. Of course, the Dolphins looking to snap back after that almost no-win season where they had a 1-15 record. And the Atlanta Falcons also playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jags are on top of that one by a score of 20-17. Colts against the Carolina Panthers, and I'm not sure, I'm assuming that Peyton Manning did not play in this game and is still at his quote-unquote undisclosed location. But with 7 minutes, 3 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, that game was tied at 20-20. And so we'll keep an eye on what happens with that one and try and get you a final on that. With 5 minutes 40 seconds in the third quarter, the Tennessee Titans on top of the Rams by a score of 20-13, and with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter, Denver against the Texans. The Texans ahead in that game by a score of 10-16. I did want to mention, there was one more game that has just started, the Dallas Cowboys and the Chargers, and the Cowboys put points on the board right off the bat. So that's an NFC team that Green Bay Packers fans are going to want to keep an eye on. And with a lot of off-season acquisitions, they are intent on making their team better. And so they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. So that score, they scored right off the bat, but it's 7-0 as of right now, with still 8 minutes plus to go in the first quarter. I did want to mention from Friday that it was the Jets against the Browns. That's who the Jets were playing at the time when Clowney had two touchdowns on 2 long passes. And in fact, I think at the time leads the league in receiving right now at this moment. Monday, August 11th, tomorrow, or Monday, not tomorrow, rather. The Packers play the Bengals, so keep that one in mind. And everybody, turn on the tube. If you're going to the game, jump on the Packer link up, become a member, put in a blog, throw down some photos of your experience at Lambeau Field. We'd love to see you. And until tomorrow, go Pack.